Okay, so I think everyone has a pretty good grasp of introductory paragraphs. So I just want to sum up what we all think a good introductory paragraph should have. Now, there are no hard and fast rules for what you should include in your introductory paragraph besides your thesis statements. And if you cite something, then you'll need the source. But other than that, these are just general guidelines for what your introductory paragraph should have. So let's review as a class. Remember, your introductory paragraph should start with a hook, something to bring your readers into your essay, something to grab their attention. You also probably want to include some background information, like why are you talking about this in your paper? What is the main idea of your paper? You may also want to include your structure, like how are you going to go about arguing your paper for your reader so your reader can better follow along. And finally, what should every introductory paragraph end with, at least in our class, is your thesis statement. Yes, thesis statement. That's very important. And what should your thesis statement be? Arguable, yes. It shouldn't just be a blanket statement or a fact. It should be something that can be argued. Yes, awesome. So now that I think you guys have a pretty good understanding of the do's and don'ts of introductory paragraphs, and we have taken a look at some example introductory paragraphs, I want everyone to go to the website www.socrative.com. That's SOCRATIVE, Socrative, on their computers right in front of you. Once you're at this website, please click on Student Login. I am already logged in on the teacher login. So once you have clicked on Student Login, is everyone there? Okay, good. Now type in, for classroom space, type in 435. Let me write that. 435. Is everyone there? Good. So once you have typed in the classroom, you'll see different ways that you guys could submit answers. What I want you to click on is short answer. Short answer. What Socrative allows us to do is for you to submit answers anonymously, and I can post your answers on my projector for the class to see, and no one will know that it is you that said what you said. So I am going to project a few different snippets of introductory paragraphs on the board, and I want you to submit your answers using Socrative about why this is a well-written or poorly written introductory paragraph, or it could be both. There could be good and bad aspects. And your answers will be up here on the board for everyone to see. Remember, your answers are anonymous. Okay, so the first example is just the first sentence of an introductory paragraph. And it says, since the beginning of time, people have always exercised. And I'm going to allow you guys a minute to figure out why this is a good intro to an introductory paragraph or a bad way to introduce your subject. Okay, so answers are already starting to come in. Someone said this is not the best way to introduce your introductory paragraph. Good, why? Yes, we should avoid sweeping statements like this. We should avoid statements like since the beginning of time, since the dawn of time, for thousands and thousands of years. That is just too general to open up your paragraph, and it doesn't really hook your readers into what they're supposed to be reading. Okay, so let's go to our next example. And this person opened up their intro paragraph by stating, Merriam-Webster defines exercise as blah, blah, blah. What do you guys think of that? Okay, good. We're already starting to see answers submitted through Socrative. Awesome. And remember, no one knows that it's you that said what you said. So this is probably not the best way to open up an intro paragraph. Can anyone tell me why? So let's look at some of the answers. Okay, yes. Most people know what exercise is. So it's kind of a throwaway to start your huge paper by saying Merriam-Webster defines exercise. It kind of starts to sound a little bit borderline boring, and we want to hook the readers with the first sentence. Okay, and so one last example I want to take a look at. Let's look at this one. It's a quote. And we discussed how it is sometimes okay to open up your introductory paragraphs with a quote, or use a quote if it contributes a lot to what you're saying. You have to really pinpoint a good quote if you're going to use one. And this person used a quote for almost their entire introductory paragraph. What do you guys think of that? Submit your answers. Go ahead and type. Okay, good. So someone said the quote takes up too much of the introductory paragraph. Yes, that's right. It's almost all someone else's voice and not your own voice. So you don't want to have 5 sentences of quotes and then just 1 sentence of what you think. This is your paper. It should be mostly your ideas. Anything else that anyone sees? Yes, it's not cited. There is no author. So technically, even though it's in quotation marks, it's plagiarism. So yes, we did a discussion on how to cite authors last week, and this would be where you would need to cite someone. It is not your words. Okay, awesome. You guys did a really good job at pinpointing some of the mistakes they made in writing their introductory paragraphs. So now we're going to move on into a little writing exercise, and I'm going to pass out the prompt. And the prompt is, all students should wear school uniforms. And I want you guys to take about 10 to 20 minutes to write roughly a 5-sentence intro paragraph responding to this writing prompt. And remember, what should your introductory paragraph include? Good, definitely a thesis statement. Good job. Okay, so I'll let you guys have your time to write your intro paragraphs to that writing prompt. If you have any questions, I'll be walking around the classroom. All right, I'll let you guys start now. Thank you.